Okay guys, before you listen to this, I forgot to mention this on the last video, you should probably go ahead and finish the packet. The last 2 pages are writing the names and writing the formulas, or vice versa, but they're all mixed together, so I don't tell you whether something is a transition element or not. So as you go through and do them, make sure you pay attention to that cation, and that it doesn't take more than one charge, and that you can actually go ahead and either it needs a Roman numeral or it does not. Okay, and again, check it on the website, alright, on Google Classroom. Okay, so let's talk about how we can draw Lewis dot diagrams for ionic compounds, because I know you are missing those Lewis dot diagrams we spent so much time doing for molecular compounds. So let's look at some that we've already done. We wrote the formula for NaCl. How would I draw the Lewis dot diagram for this ionic compound where there's no sharing? How do I indicate that in a Lewis dot diagram? Well, let's remember, Na originally started with 1 dot, right? But in the ionic compound, does it have that dot? No. It's given it away, right? So we don't want to show that. But because it's given it away, it's become what charge? 1 plus. Do you remember when we drew Lewis dot diagrams for polyatomic ions? And when they had a net charge, we had to put brackets around them and the 1 plus? Well, it's the same thing for elements. So we take sodium, it's given away that electron, we indicate that with a 1 plus. Now chlorine, what has it done? It had 7, but it took that electron, right? So we draw those 8 around it. We put it in brackets, and its charge is 1 minus. Now let's look at CaCl2. What do I do when I have one of the ions? There's more than one. So let's look at this. So Ca started with 2 electrons, right? Gave them away. So we put it in brackets. We write that now it's a 2 plus charge, right? Because it's an ionic compound. And we say chlorine started with 7, but it took 2 electrons, right? Each of them took 2 electrons to have 8. Put it in brackets and 1 minus. But there's 2 of them with this 1 minus charge, right? So we're going to draw a 2 in front of our brackets. That's how we indicate that we have 2 of these ions. Alright, what do we do for polyatomic ions? Let's look at CaNO3, 2. So we have calcium, had 2 electrons, right? Gave them away. Comes a 2 plus charge. Now, what do I do for NO3? Well, you guys, NO3 we've drawn a Lewis dot diagram for, right? And I'm not going to go through and redraw the Lewis dot diagram because we've done it a couple times. We end up with NO3's Lewis dot diagram looking like this, right? But to form it, what did we have to have? Brackets and that 1 extra electron, right? So we would put it in brackets and 1 extra electron. This is previously all we had done, right? But in our ionic compound, how many are there that we need? 2. So we're going to put 2 in front of those brackets to show that we need 2 NO3s. So this is how you draw Lewis dot diagrams for ionic compounds. You have a worksheet where you are asked for all 10 of those to draw the Lewis dot diagrams for them, write their formulas if needed, and then write their name. So that is anything that you did not finish in class today is obviously homework. And all of the answers are going to be posted on Google Classroom so you can check through them. So when I come back on, I won't see you guys till Thursday. When I come back, be sure to have your questions correct, or questions ready. I will be there on Wednesday though, so feel free to come see me during seminar if you need to. Alright guys, I will see you later this week.